area. Surya would have played that along with Rahul, look for a four. If you see this T20 batting, you see a higher percentage of fours than sixes. When you're trying to hit sixes to get the run rate up, this is likely to happen. More risk, more likelihood of getting out. And in the end, when you see the kind of attempts made by both the batters who got out, the run rate is not like it's gone to 10 or 11, it's still 7.44.
That's the balance as batting sides looking to put first innings runs on the board. You're looking to find that balance between risk and reward. All the time, the cricketing smarts, like you're saying, almost an 80-meter boundary where he was trying to hit that. And the fielder got it well inside the ring. Bangladesh doing well, just clawing it back out of the power play.
In recent times, matches between these two teams, the T20s, have been quite close. You would think Sri Lanka, the senior side, they've had more success at the world stage, at the Asia Cup level as well. But Bangladesh off late have run them quite close. Still enough firepower with Kusal Perera now walking in. Those two guys, Pathum, it were fun to watch the kind of shots that they played, especially Pathum Nissanka, who's been in tremendous form. Last 10 odd innings, average of 40, strike rate 150, 140.
Now we just spoke about which team got the better of each other, but in the round test, Sri Lanka got the better of the opposition. They bowled relatively cheaply in terms of first innings score, 139 for 5. Sri Lanka 40 for 4, but more importantly, in just 14.4 overs. It's a dominant victory. Bangladesh also playing their first game in Dubai. Sri Lanka has played one here against Hong Kong, China. And he did well, Shara, in that previous game.
Yeah, one of the two substantial innings that he's played in his career so far. The bounce, there's an appeal, doesn't seem very convincing. They have the option of review. Just looking at the entire sort of body language, may just bail out. Sometimes when you appeal in that fashion, I think you just want to show that we think it's very close, we're taking time whether we should review this. Yeah, there was a great chance, just looking at all of them, that the review wouldn't be taken. But there's nothing to stop you from appealing. It's not in the rules.
Yeah, what's this? Such a contrast of body language. Taskin Ahmed, Litton Das behind the stumps. That's why they all agreed not to go upstairs and disturb the TV umpire. But a good short ball, a good change up from Taskin.
He came in and bowled the crucial over, didn't he? When Sri Lanka was flying away, getting the wicket of Nissanka. Oh, lucky that fell in the gap because that ball was in the air for a while. 9 overs gone, 65 for 2.
जोन बचत बाजार दे रहा है आपको स्पेशल अटेंशन। अभी माइज़ोन ऐप से ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करें या *3535 हैश डायल करें और अपने बजट के हिसाब से बेहतरीन ऑफर्स लगाएं।
का लोवेस्ट मार्कअप रेट सिर्फ 9.99%, जहां वहां HPL।
Pattern's been in recent form. Progress. Trying to play the reverse lap. Only to find the ball hitting the target. Full marks to the bowler for keeping it simple. He just kept it straight no matter what.
Once again, the off spin doing the trick. Mahedi Hassan into the side and very quickly with the 2 wickets. Yeah, he goes and completely misses it. He went early. Mahedi did well to follow him. And he's cleaned him up. Top of leg stump. He's enjoyed that. In quick fashion, Bangladesh have picked up 3. Vishara goes for 5. Sri Lanka 65.
ठीक है ना, टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
HBL करंट अकाउंट के साथ सब कुछ आसान। आज ही HBL की करीबी ब्रांच में करंट अकाउंट खोलें और पाएं मुफ्त बेनिफिट्स। जहां ख्वाब वहां HBL।
उधर आ गया।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दान। तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
HBL करंट अकाउंट के साथ सब कुछ आसान। आज ही HBL की करीबी ब्रांच में करंट अकाउंट खोलें और पाएं मुफ्त बेनिफिट्स। जहां ख्वाब वहां HBL।
नीम और टी ट्री ऑयल का एंटीबैक्टीरियल और ऑयल कंट्रोल फॉर्मूला पिंपल्स और उनके स्पॉट्स को खत्म करे। गोल्डन पील प्यूरिफाइंग नीम फेस वॉश। लव योर स्किन।
Car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, crop insurance, handset insurance, auto insurance, livestock insurance और travel insurance। अभी फिकर फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो और अपनी मर्जी की इंश्योरेंस के साथ अब रहो फिकर फ्री। सेहत और इंश्योरेंस अब आपके हाथ में।
ऑफर चाहे कितनी भी अच्छी हो, अगर आपके मतलब की नहीं तो कोई फायदा नहीं। इसलिए अपने जायज नंबर से *699 हैश मिलाओ और खास अपने लिए बनाई हुई ऑफर्स में से कोई एक सेलेक्ट करके अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Download the Rocks app now. Download the Rocks app now.
जैज कैश ऐप से गेम अप करें। आसान से चैलेंजेस पूरे करके पाओ बेशुमार रिवॉर्ड्स। तो फिर जैज कैश रिवॉर्ड हब है ना।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम।
Gonna find the fielder now. That's gonna be 4 runs. It's taken a while for this boundary. 22 balls, and good way to get off the mark for former captain Nasir Shanaka.
And he does well. He's picked up the shorter length. He's dropped it on Mahedi. And he's curved off with the back foot and placed it perfectly. Two fielders position on that boundary, but just away. Outfield also very quick. And timing gets you runs.
Very deceptive in the way he contributes. Thus, Shanaka, you might think that he's not quite finding his flow, looking a little tragic. Suddenly, again, innings of some substance. Striker of 150, 160, neatly can bowl 2 or 3 overs for his side. Often we've compared Kushal Pereira's batting style with Sanat Jayasuriya, but this is a very rare scenario where you've got Kushal Pereira outside and Sanat Jayasuriya in the dressing room.
Once again, the matchup working. Wasn't stable on impact. You can still see his body weight falling behind. That's why not in control. Couple of wickets to the off spinner. Just out of the power play before that boundary, 19 deliveries, just the 12 runs, and the 2 important wickets as well. And that's just, you feel Bangladesh slightly on top.
This pitch as well is not one where you come in and start belting the ball around. Just a little slow until the dew comes. It's 72 for 3 now.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम कपाल दानेदार का एक और कप
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए।
डॉन बचत बाजार दे रहा है आपको
There was several and very smart choice with the bowling end from the single and top spinner. Did he just slow the ball down a little bit? Cannot be, but just wanted more pace on that one. That shot comes off really well when there is pace off the pitch. You see what a long boundary does. You've got a left-arm spinner, and you've got to worry about Kusal Pereira's power as a left-hand batter, but he's got to clear the long boundary on the leg side. So that's the security that's been given to Nasum to bowl from this end. That's one way to exploit a long boundary. A little jab and couple of runs. Good cricket from Kusal Pereira.
Very good and very smart. Aware that the 3 fielders on that leg side boundary were all coming from the fence. They can just dip it into that leg side. Oh, this is important. A contest, India versus Pakistan tomorrow, the first in the Super 4. Be interesting to see what combinations are played. We'll be back in action at the Dubai International Stadium, 6:30 p.m. local time.
It's going to be take 2. Asia Cup. We are leading 11-3 at the moment in the last 14 encounters. We'll find the fielder.
Just on the 2 that Kusal Pereira dabbed into the leg side. Now Sri Lanka's dot ball percentage with the bat is the least. Only 32% of dot balls is what they play. So in amongst the boundaries, they maneuver the field and pick up those 1s and 2s. Was also a feature against the game in Afghanistan. Only 29 dot deliveries in that match-winning chase.
Good point to raise. And again, you can see the urgency. They won the second. You make the observations and I make the explanations as to why that happens. And I believe because these guys are such supreme athletes. And you saw that with Patum Nisanka, Hassan Mendes as well, when they were hitting the boundaries. They're still very keen to run that extra run. And that comes from just having that kind of fitness. A la Virat Kohli. Even in these conditions, very happy to get that extra run. This is another good over from Nasum. Been terrific this tournament.
On that point as well, the nature of the surfaces, you and I were at the pitch report, slightly slower, so it's not easy when you come in. And just a confirmation of what we're talking about, they've had the least amount of dot balls. An extremely underlooked feature sometimes when you're trying to go hard and put runs on the board. So many opportunities for 1s and 2s. We saw that India-Pakistan game, so many dot deliveries. 63, if I remember correctly, is what Pakistan played.
I was hoping we'll see Pakistan there right at the bottom. Good. 11 was gone, 78 for 3.
डॉन बचत बाजार दे रहा है आपको स्पेशल अटेंशन। अभी माइजोंग ऐप से ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करें या स्टार 3535 हैश डायल करें और अपने बजट के हिसाब से बेहतरीन ऑफर्स लगाएं।
Avinash.
Yeah, this has been an interesting matchup because now for Kusal Pereira hitting to the shorter side. Number one, Mehdi Hassan firing in, whether he gets one to just turn outside the off stump.
Just a very wily customer. First time we saw him, Mehdi Hassan Miraj was in Sri Lanka in the Asian Cup. He just knows how to handle things. And now Kusal Pereira is on strike, but he'll have to hit against the spin to get a 6 on that short boundary on the leg side. Just watch him when he bowls to Kusal Pereira, the length that he bowled, the speed as well. He's a very smart, very sharp, operating mind. The leg side for Shanaka for the long boundary, happy to concede single.
There's one boundary that came after 22 deliveries, the one Rasul Shanaka got off the mark to into the leg side. Mehdi Hassan dropped it short. Once again, 12 deliveries now without a boundary. This is something just got to give.
Again, you see that like that. So the leg side boundary is the worry for him. They've got 3 boundary grinders. It's a very short boundary. It's so powerful. Watch the line. Not obviously wide as well. Just a wily customer. Another Mehdi Hassan they've got who's Mehdi Hassan Miraj, who plays Test cricket, and this is the guy they favour for white ball cricket, and you can see
Now slightly different as well, slightly rounder arm, tries to fire it in and bowling well north of 90 Ks on a regular interval. Not allowing either of the two batters to get under the ball for that big shot. At the moment, just ones and twos is the storyline.
had a game at Abu Dhabi where the pitch was excellent. I think the pitches in Abu Dhabi for every game has been good. This one is not as easy for batting. Not easy for a new batter to come in. Now wickets have come in deliveries. Mostly that game.
HBL करंट अकाउंट के साथ सब कुछ आसान। आज ही HBL की करीबी ब्रांच में करंट अकाउंट खोलें और पाएं मुफ्त बेनिफिट्स। जहां ख्वाब वहां
Car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, crop insurance, handset insurance, auto insurance, livestock insurance और travel insurance। अभी फिकर फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो और अपनी मर्जी की इंश्योरेंस के साथ अब रहो फिकर फ्री। सेहत और इंश्योरेंस अब आपके हाथ में।
जैज़ कैश ऐप से गेम अप करो, आसान से चैलेंजेस पूरे करके पाओ बेशुमार रिवॉर्ड्स। तो फिर जैज़ कैश रिवॉर्ड हब है ना।
The choke is Bangladesh have been brilliant. The first 6 overs, the power play, Sri Lanka 53 for 1. They were running away with it. But since then, scoring under 5. Rasul Shanaka promoted up the order because there's a long line of left-handers to break that up. Have clawed themselves back into the game very nicely, Bangladesh. 6! That's a long way. Short boundary or long boundary. It's a massive one.
Sri Lanka need a few of those. That's because Bangladesh has created so much of pressure. Sri Lanka had a brilliant power play, but then Bangladesh have come back so strongly. And this was the release of pressure. Short delivery, we talk about the shorter boundary. And brilliant timing, went the distance. 89 for 3. Rasul Shanaka and Kusal Pereira, they need to steady things up for Sri Lanka.
Well, the spinners have almost pulled out. big over. That was off Shoriful, the third one. Atam Nisanka took 3 boundaries and then not many runs, hardly a boundary scored till Dasun Shanaka came out there. Actually, Kusal Pereira faced 13 balls without a boundary. Chuck Mediason's bowled out, Nasum's bowled 3, so just a one more spin. This could be tight. But they make it easy. My point here is they got to go to the part-timers in terms of spin. Sri Lanka have only struggled against spin, against the faster bowlers. They've scored a lot more freely. I'm not talking only of this Asia Cup, going back a couple of years. They've only gone at a run a ball against spin. And left hand pace off from Shoriful. Yeah, they struggled, you're right. Lanka doesn't really sweep too much. We saw many players that well got himself out today playing the sweep shot, but against Afghanistan, controlled it nicely. For some reason, against the Bangladeshi spinners, that sweep shot not effective. That time, down. Oh! What happened there? He took a step back. Mustafizur, that's a massive one. He charged and then he thought he's not gonna make it and he bails out. But I'll tell you what, even he knows he should have given it a go. I'm very sure he would have got it. He goes backwards and in fact, whereas he would have been trying to get underneath it. Geez, the reactions tells the story. You keep picking up those wickets. That's the way you can control the runs scored. They get a single. They got 9 of the over, 92 for 3 at the end of 13.
जोंग बचत बाजार दे रहा है आपको स्पेशल अटेंशन। अभी माय जोंग ऐप करें और अपने बजट के हिसाब से बेहतरीन ऑफर्स लगाएं।
तो हो जाए सोनी 30 के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
Premaline No Frost Refrigerator range, designed for better freshness with a convertible zone. Switch temperatures to -20 degrees. With a simple touch, giving you the flexibility to store anything your way. Dolan's Premaline, designed for better.
Just above 160. There is plenty of backing to Asalanka coming to Mendes. Asaranga Velalage. There's just no more new batters coming in because they seem to be taking just a bit of time to get themselves in. You need to take these if you're gonna keep stepping away. Such a critical phase. Just a bit of bounce that time, going past the outside edge. Mr. Fish tends to mix it up very well. Previous ball was face on, this one face off that time. Kusal Pereira has been very, very quiet. 12 of 14. Is to take a chance here to get that innings going again. This is the moment. Mustafizur against the short leg side boundary. 3 in the deep on the leg side. He thought he had 4. He's got to pull one fielder in. Long on, deep square leg, deep fine leg. Third man, deep point on the cover boundary. He's left with 4 balls in the over. Kusal Pereira 12 of 14. Dasun Shanaka has been the one who's looked to take the bowling on. Kusal Pereira on strike. Again, this time he gets the gap. That was face off. Dragged it from outside.
outside the off stump. That's a welcome boundary for Sri Lanka at this stage.
And also for Kusal Pereira to get going. This was quite predictable what Kusal Pereira would do. I mentioned the shorter boundary, he's got to get it there. He was waiting for it. The moment the pace was not on offer, he runs the wrists over to get it away from deep square leg.
Mr. Peace is very clever with that slower delivery, hardly any change of action, but Kusal Pereira picking it quickly. Now they're asking for a catch, and that's given. Kusal Pereira now he's going to have a word. I'm wondering whether he'll revert it. He looks surprised.
Well, this type of one, you know if you're nicked it or not, so he's not reviewed it straight away this time, but he's asked the question.
TV umpire to director, we have a clear review for caught behind. On-field decision is out. I've checked the field fair delivery. Move on to front on, please. Okay, ball is close to the back. Ultra, please. Keep rolling, keep rolling. There is a clear spike and the ball is next to the bat. I don't see any gap between bat and ball. Ball going back to Hasif on field. Hasif, stay with your decision of out. You're on screen signal out now.
Right, so that's the reason why Bangladesh appealed straight away. Kusal Pereira referred it, but there was a nick. So Sri Lanka, they lose their fourth. Bangladesh striking at important time.
जॉन बचत बाजार दे रहा है आपको स्पेशल अटेंशन। अभी माइजॉन के ऐप से ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करें या *3535 हैश डायल करें। बजट के हिसाब से बेहतरीन ऑफर्स लगाएं।
He comes out at a critical stage of the innings, 97 for 4 into the 14th over. Sri Lanka scoring at little over 7 runs. We were talking about a 160 target, so need to go at about 11 runs from here. But before that, there's a lot of work to be done. Sri Lanka needs to stabilize this, and how do you do that? You do it with a partnership. That's what he's got in his career so far, Charita Salanka.
He's been a little quiet the last 4 or 5 T20 internationals.
It's off the mark. Just waiting for it.
Useful hand against Afghanistan. Not a big knock, but impactful runs. Strange review though. That was quick. Given, and just to ask your partner this type of nick you generally know as a batter.
In fact, Kusal Pereira just walked away and then looked surprised. But what we saw in terms of the nick, that was a big one.
Ideally 11 and over, 165.
One ball to go in the over. Going to the fielder, it's a dot, it's a good over, 6 runs and a wicket. 98 for 4.
जितने भी भाई चैनल पे आ रहे हैं सारे बंदे लाइक सब्सक्राइब कर दें एक बार।
Dolan's Premaline washing machine. Its advanced fountain wash technology minimizes timing while enhancing detergent distribution for deep and efficient cleaning. Dolan's Premaline, designed for better.
ऑफर चाहे कितनी भी अच्छी हो, अगर आपके मतलब की नहीं तो कोई फायदा नहीं। इसलिए अपने जायज नंबर से *699 हैश मिलाओ और अपने लिए बनाई हुई ऑफर्स में से कोई एक सेलेक्ट करके अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
हाँ नहीं छोई
It's going to be
नमाली के लिए
into his last over. Run the first run hard, they'll be happy. In fact, they'll only get one because it was played too well.
Their last over for Nasum. Sorryful, he's got an over. He was taken too by the openers, but the spinners, along with Tuskin and Mustafizur, have been outstanding.
That's Chanaka. He's got those men on the leg side boundary, extra cover long off. Not on the boundary, goes a swing and gets it behind square leg. And the 100's up for Sri Lanka.
Well, coming in at 5, he's batted brilliantly well. Not many runs coming his team's way. He's played a few wonderful shots. And this one is basically taking a chance. It's bowled on the stumps. He goes across and he knows cannot afford to miss it. He hits it so well, but not as well as this. This is hit so hard, goes a long way. Second 6 for Dasun Shanaka.
Well, he's in there, he's in that side for this purpose and he's doing it perfectly. Striking at over 150, 2 4s and 2 6s. Just what Sri Lanka needs at this stage. Going into the 15th over, they need to be in a stable place to try and launch the last 5.
Look at the distance, 101 meters. Dasun Shanaka at his best. Sri Lanka have missed this Dasun Shanaka for quite a while.
And he's made 28 of 18, 2 4s and 2 6s. Time a dot.
Nicely bowled it wider. Try and drag it if you want to. The spotlight on Dasun Shanaka.
2 balls in the over left. Looks to sweep and good fielding. Good fielding. Swept it off his leg stump and found the man at short fine leg.
That was flying. Again, fired at the stumps. Calculated chances taken by Shanaka.
Right, last ball of the over. He gets it on the full. And where has it gone? Long enough. It's 6. Big over, 17 runs off it.
जोंग बचत बाजार दे रहा है आपको स्पेशल अटेंशन। अभी माय जोंग ऐप से ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करें या *3535 हैश डायल करें और अपने बजट के हिसाब से बेहतरीन ऑफर्स लगाएं।
तो हो जाए सोनी 30 के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
Best of European technology and innovation. Designed for better hygiene. Pakistan's first built-in heater automatic washing machine with steam buster technology, which ensures cleaner, fresher clothes with every wash. Dolan's Premaline, designed for better.
ऑफर चाहे कितनी भी अच्छी हो, अगर आपके मतलब की नहीं तो कोई फायदा नहीं। इसलिए अपने जायज नंबर से *699 हैश मिलाओ और खास अपने लिए बनाई हुई ऑफर्स में से कोई एक सेलेक्ट करके अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Sri Lanka has a role to play here.
अच्छा कही सुना
Now, what about this? Has he cleared it? I think he has. That's a good start. We talk about the shorter boundary and that's perfectly executed.
3 6s in the last 5 balls have got Sri Lanka back on track. This is where he likes it, Charita Salanka. And the first ball of Tuskin's new spell is put under pressure straight away. 5 overs of seam, that's what Bangladesh have. 2 to Tuskin, 1 to Shoriful and 2 to Mustafizur.
That was pace on. Sri Lanka enjoyed it. That was pace off. for. Very well done. Waited for it. Lovely pivot and worked it behind square leg.
Slower delivery, he had to wait. Nicely controlled. Maybe Shariful got that timing wrong. Timing of the dive. But both batters, they had to come in and take control. They